You're tuned in to the Red Zone Blitz.
Here we go.
The home for all things NFL and college football.
Ready?
What is going on, fellas? What is happening? Welcome back. Indiana Hoosiers are national champions. Buffalo Bills are on a demise. Pittsburgh is hiring Mike McCarthy.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you are.
Don't will that into existence.
I think he already did will into existence.
I did not will it into existence. I think you jinxed yourself, actually, with the most prominent man of the podcast on social media. We'll start there. Black and Gold Bachelor, if you don't know. What's going on, Black and Gold Bachelor? You're making airwaves right now.
Yeah.
People are appointing you the mayor of Pittsburgh. You put it all on the line to just say fuck you, Mike McCarthy. It's gonna be real awkward in April when we're all down there and you have to go and look him in the eyes and shake his hand and say, "I am that guy from the Red Zone Blitz."
Oh God.
Please make it happen. Please make it
really
happen.
fucking hope that doesn't happen.
He'll crush you.
Yeah,
He's gonna sit on you.
me.
He's gonna sit on you, and he's just gonna
Take him out for lunch.
yeah. He's gonna sit.
when he's already had like 5.
Bam. Damn.
he's
The
I'm
Waffle
sure-
House, man. That's gonna be
I'm
a
sure he
big
wants
fucking
number
bill,
6.
man. That's gonna be a huge bill.
That is
Better hope
gonna
there's
be-
a Waffle House on like every corner in Pittsburgh.
Dear God. And that voice you heard is the lovely Love Machine.
He the man. Walk in the spot, everybody got plans. Yeah. Ladies wanna know if he's single, what's the play? But he just laugh it off like, girl, that's KK. Love Machine.
KK.
What a weekend of football we got to
KK
watch.
just loves coaches getting fired. He can't wait to start talking about who got fired and all these openings.
Sean McDermott shouldn't have got fired, but
Oh, now he's feeling a little bad for Mr. Sean. But KK,
well, they should have won that game.
how was
Honestly,
your
yeah, they should have.
how was your weekend of football?
Exciting.
Would you rate this as one of the better divisional rounds in recent memory?
Yeah,
I would say
all the
so.
games are exciting.
Yeah, I would say. But the common denominator, no Mr. Patrick Mahomes in there to ruin it for everybody.
It was fucking beautiful for once.
Oh, that's the voice of the OG.
Brandon the OG. Texas in his blood, you can see it when he speaks from the long.
All right, if you're new here, this is the Red Zone Blitz. Thank you to, we might have a lot of new listeners because we've been active on the socials. If you don't follow us already, Red Zone Blitz Pod, X, Instagram, TikTok, to the one Colts guy in my DMs that keeps DMing me about why we won't talk about the Colts. Fuck you, I'll do what I want. How are we doing, fellas?
There's something to talk about the Colts.
There's nothing.
There's no
What are we
news.
gonna-
They're
we're
not
gonna
Fire your
There's
coach
no
or something.
news.
Fire your coach. Give us something to talk about.
Be interesting.
Exactly.
Be interesting. That's all I'll say. Be interesting. Hey, there's a lot of there's something I was going to start with something else, but there's we could talk about Mike Tomlin's alleged affair if we want to start with that. Apparently,
Throwing more
Alleged.
2.0.
apparently Mike
Alleged.
Tomlin is schlonging his D around Pittsburgh and getting the woman pregnant here. His wife is battling an illness.
Allegedly.
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 It's right up the Pittsburgh alley, though. You see Ben Roethlisberger, then you see Mike Tomlin.
So did he resign and
Hey,
just
man, they
leave
know how to get in the
Pittsburgh?
end
Like
zone.
he's out of town.
Yeah,
Well,
he's just like, I'm out of here. I'm
he's
gone.
out. He's gone.
And he's probably going to be
Probably in fucking hiding.
he's probably
yeah.
hiding somewhere and being like, I refuse to take any high paying coaching gigs or any other gigs. I don't want to get sued. That's a fun little story. That's a fun little tidbit. Recently, there was this fan base that took issue to the fact that the Cowboys are called America's team. They took issue. I want to take a guess as to which fan base that could be. And they think that they should be America's team.
Is it the one that can't spell?
Off to a great start.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say the Eagles.
It was the fucking Lions, wasn't it? Didn't they say some shit about their
No,
new
no.
fucking...
This is a podcast. This is a. I'll play the clip first. Here, have a listen.
Special report on the Eagles. And it's like every year there's drama.
Yeah.
What is it? What do you think it is?
Hey, we talk about America's team being the Cowboys. Shit, it might be the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
For real. 'Cause
Yes.
they talk more about us than anything, bro.
Anybody, any other team.
Man, they don't want to see us. They don't want to see us. Even when we won after Brady, they didn't really talk about us as winning. They talk more about Brady and the 500 yards passing, the all total offense that he had. It wasn't even about us, but now it's like, man, they been just talking about us because, boy, they like to whoop us when we down too.
The fuck?
Dude,
It's the other way around, man. Cowboys and Cowboys fans live rent free in Philly heads. We fucking sucked this year, and all they could talk about was the fucking Cowboys. They blow the fucking lead. Oh, let's just fucking give the division to the fucking Cowboys.
I remember when Philadelphia fans were actively campaigning that they should surrender the division,
Yeah.
which maybe they should have. Maybe they should have in hindsight. But at the same time, I think it's quite ludicrous to be like that everybody, like, I don't think anybody talks about the Eagles willfully. I just think you guys give us a lot to talk about. You guys are a train wreck of an organization. You have your number one wide receiver punching out your coach and then fighting with your QB, who's not a QB. You have your head coach hiring offensive coordinators based off how many, who's like PP sword fights they had in preschool and who won. So there's no cohesion on the Eagles for us to talk. Like, yes, we would love to say you guys are doing a great, fabulous job if you were playing meaningful football, but no. What do you want to say? You guys fucking want a cookie? Like, fuck, do you want us to say here?
Jalen Carter's spitting on Dak. Are we not supposed to talk about that?
Are we?
Or when Philly fans, when your offensive coordinator, what's his nuts?
Kevin Patullo gets his house
You're
egged?
getting your fucking house egged? Like, are we not supposed to talk about that?
Yeah,
like,
or the bunny in the locker room.
the bunny in the fuck. You just,
I don't
you're
even
the
know what
gift
that is.
that keeps on fucking giving.
I fucking forgot. They brought an inflatable bunny in the locker room to improve the vibes. I thank you. I totally
It's the
forgot.
gift that keeps on fucking giving.
I
Are we
wonder if
not
that
supposed
was
to talk
Big
about
Dom.
this shit? You make it too fucking easy.
That was definitely Big Dom's doing.
I think that was Big Dom.
That was
honestly.
definitely Big Dom's doing. He probably
Yeah.
was like, hey, I got a fucking Easter egg hunt going on in the fucking April. Yeah, I
Sorry, I
filled this
gotta
up.
get this out of the house.
I got to get this out of the house. Put it in the locker room. And then they just inflated a bunny. And that's apparently the gift. That bunny lasted longer than probably Kevin Patullo in that locker room.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? So, you know what, to the Eagles? That is not true. You are not America's team. Shut the fuck up.
No one outside of Philly likes you.
No,
You got to be able to spell America. So
that is also true.
Yeah.
Fellas, should we dive right into it here?
let's do it.
Fucking go.
All right, let's go into game one. I guess we could play the opening drive sound. Yes.
The opening drive.
Now, going into this was probably game of the week. People were saying this was going to be the best game on television, and it probably was. Now, Denver won in overtime on a controversial interception.
That was a catch.
That was a catch. I don't. But we've been talking about this the last couple weeks, and I know Joe brought it up. What is a fucking catch?
Yeah. What is a catch?
I'm also
like-
surprised there wasn't a big review.
Like,
It was
he had to call a
pretty much
fucking
automatic-
timeout.
Yeah, it was automatic.
Because there's no, everything comes from the booth. There was like no discussion. Sean's like, what the fuck? Like, you guys.
But all
not
the
gonna
other
look
ones
at
are
it?
always reviewed.
Yeah. So if he had to fucking call a timeout and lose his shit, be like, you're not even gonna fucking take a look at it.
Yeah, and Buffalo Bills fans, and if you're old enough to remember, do you guys remember the Sabres no goal
Oh fuck.
with Dominic Hasek?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
And I was like, how fitting it's Buffalo of all teams to do it. Hey, quarterbacks can't have 4 turnovers in key games.
Exactly.
You can't fucking carry the ball
It's too much.
in your grip if you're running like that. Like, it just
I
fell
know.
out of his fucking hand.
It almost looks like he just threw it back. I don't even know what he was trying to.
Yeah, like
But
that's
it's
what
also
almost
like-
at first, like watching it live, it looked like you tried to do the fucking
Well-
hook and ladder. Like, who's
well, that
behind
second-
me? I'm just gonna fucking.
That second quarter was the downfall of the Bills.
Yeah.
17 points to the Broncos in that quarter.
It was bad, but why aren't you like kneeling before the half too?
Well, that's the thing.
Like position wise on the field, you're asking him to do a lot to get into field goal range, and then you got him running around the field like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that people are going to be very, you know what, Josh Allen truthers, very great, good job, great quarterback, great athlete. this is a roster construction issue in my eyes. I think this is a terribly constructed roster. They don't have any star power, so I don't want to hear it that they're against the cap. They shouldn't be. They've drafted Brandon Bean, who got a promotion, drafted how many Pro Bowlers since he drafted Josh Allen? He's drafted 2. James Cook and Dalton Kincaid. Unacceptable. He went on this trade deadline, and Sean McDermott complained. He said he talked about, he didn't complain about his team. He talked about how Jacksonville loaded up by trading for Jacoby Myers. And that didn't go well in the front offices of Buffalo because they were like, why are you praising
Didn't
the
they
other
try
team?
to get a receiver? And
Well, they made no moves, KK. They made not a single move they made this trade deadline. And when asked about it, Brandon Bean said, well, there's a lot of young GMs out there, and they've grown up playing Madden, and this isn't Madden, this is the NFL, and you can't just make all these trades all the time and blah, blah, blah. It takes a lot to make a trade. Sounds like a guy who couldn't get a trade done.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like a guy who nobody wanted to trade with. Sounds like the guy that shipped out a first-round pick to the Kansas City Chiefs for them to take Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like that guy.
Yeah.
when they could have had Xavier Worthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sounds like a guy.
That's a guy they need.
Sounds like a guy who didn't do his homework on Keon Coleman.
Oh, he's. I don't think he's going to be on the roster next year.
He shouldn't be.
Should not be.
That pass. I know there was a penalty on that, but fuck, it was right in his hands.
He dropped the ball. That was the second quarter.
Yeah,
There
it was
was
lousy.
there was nothing more. Like, you are consistently a liability to your team throughout the year, and those are on days, Matthew, he gets to come into the game and play. He was actively scratched. Can you imagine how fucking shitty of a fucking human being you have to be in the locker room to get scratched on the Buffalo Bills as a wide receiver? Do you understand?
Was he scratched because he was just late to practice?
He
He was
did-
late to. He was late to a
He's
team
late to
meeting.
meetings.
He was late to a team
Discipline.
meeting. He
Poor
refused to
discipline.
show up to the next team meeting. And then when asked about it, he denied it all. He didn't take any accountability.
I'm surprised he still has a job.
He shouldn't have.
I
a
don't
job.
think he. I don't.
Like,
I don't think he's going to be on the roster next
and-
season.
And like, we'll talk about Denver, but staying on the topic of Josh Allen, I know there's a lot of Josh Allen truthers, and there's a lot of people out there that love Josh Allen. Some of them are in the media. Dan Orlowski, ESPN, was on Pat McAfee today. And Pat McAfee asked him a question about his stance on Josh Allen. Here, have a listen.
Yeah, let's go to Baltimore now. What did you do to Baltimore? So you pissed off all of New England because you've been a hater and you didn't think they were going to be as good as they are.
Yes.
Quick turnaround. Obviously, it surprised us all what Vrabel's been able to do. Drake May's a real guy. You can admit that. You're allowed to change that going forward. Excited to watch you. Now let's talk about let's talk about Baltimore. Why do they hate you?
Hate me.
That's
hate
not
me
a
'cause I
good
voted-
city to be
No,
hated in.
it's
I don't
No.
think Baltimore's a good city to be hated in. Just because they're very
No, it's-
passionate, great shit talkers. And I watched The
Yeah.
Wire,
Yeah, bingo.
and I just don't know.
Have not.
Smart.
Have not seen The Wire.
Watch that later if you make up with them. What's go? Amen. What did you do?
Actually, I've pondered going to the Morgan Wallen show in Baltimore this summer because it's not in New England.
I don't.
Interesting.
Well, that's an interesting
I don't
dynamic
know
there. I don't know how to
if
feel.
that's the right.
I
Sure, it's
don't
not
know.
Baltimore, Texas.
I genuinely don't know what the right answer is here. Okay, on that note, why do they hate you down in Baltimore?
I believe they hate me because I voted for Josh to win the MVP last year, and everyone thinks that when Lamar loses, I say Lamar stinks, and when Josh loses, I make excuses for Josh, which is not factually accurate.
Yes, it
That's
is.
kind of your guys'
water.
thing on,
Pretty close.
on ESPN. You know, we're currently on ESPN.
1,000% true.
I said that.
It's literally not true. It's just made up. It's 100% made up.
Okay, 100% seems
that
like
I-
a pretty high number, like you just Orlovsky did.
No, it's 100% made up that I'm like hypercritical of Lamar. I'm not. Lamar lost in the playoffs last year, and I was one of the people who was like, I can't pin this on Lamar, even though he has the 2 turnovers. And I'm like, one of those turnovers are plays that Lamar 49 out of 50 times makes something great out of. And so I have nothing but love for Lamar. I voted for Lamar the year before,
Dan,
an MVP.
Dan,
What?
when the Bills got beat this weekend, all you were doing was bitching about the officiating.
Yeah, and were you kicked out of your X account? Was it not working? Like, what was happening? I didn't see anything coming up whenever Josh Allen was.
I honestly, I didn't talk about the Bills game much yesterday. We didn't talk about it because the McDermott firing.
Yeah, but
Which was
during the
another
game.
That's another reason people from Baltimore were mad.
During
by
the
way.
game,
Yeah. during the game.
What'd you say, Connor?
Well, there's a lot of things to address here, it seems like.
People were mad about the fodder around the McDermott firing because the reasoning was, hey, if you don't win enough, you got to make a change. Yeah, there it is, results-based business. I understand the move. And then the Harbaugh firing, Orlovsky said kind of the opposite thing. Like, I don't understand how you could do anything like this at all.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is my world right now. One happens in real time, which is the McDermott firing.
That's what happened.
One, Harbaugh happened not in real time. It was hours after we commented on. I literally said the same thing on NFL Live about the McDermott firing that I said about the Harbaugh firing. Is it the right decision? No, because I have no idea what the next answer is. I have no idea who that next coach is going to be and how good he'll be. Two, you're not going to find a better coach than Sean McDermott out on the market right now outside of Mike Tomlin. We know he's not coaching. I said the same thing about Harbaugh. Just people make stuff up.
Okay, so thank you for clearing the air there. I don't know if people are going to believe you. Maybe you should rip the clips and post them. You're very active on X, except for whenever the guys you like and put the damn wagon on are playing bad, which is what some people have kind of noticed as well. But hey, you're trying to back your thoughts. It's your business. I mean, your thoughts are your business. Your opinion.
So Darren Norris got chewed out there. Lot of Bills just apologists. Where are all the Bills fans at? How are we feeling, Bills fans?
It's just, there's teams that are just bad. And then there's teams that it's heartbreak over and over and over again.
Like, I don't think they did anything to deserve it. I don't think they did anything to deserve this heartbreak, but it seems to keep happening to them.
But it is. Every single case with Buffalo getting knocked out of the playoffs or everything. You look at their consecutive trips to the Super Bowl in the 90s and you don't win one of them.
I personally love it. I personally love Buffalo shitting the bed every year.
It's just heartbreak. And it's stupid because Buffalo really did what they needed to do to win. Take away the turnovers against the number 1 or number 2 run defense. James Cook had a field day. He still ran for over 100 yards. Allen ended up rushing for 66.
Yeah.
You got to use the tight ends to expose the D. Dalton Kincaid had 6 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown. And then Josh Allen needed to be Superman. His problem is he tried almost too hard to be Superman.
That's the problem.
But that fumble, you can't fucking have that. At the end of the half, they put up 2 scores in 10 seconds going into a half. You can't fucking have that.
So question for all of you. If you change the coaching staff, let's say you flip them, does the outcome change?
Like if Sean Payton was
the whole coaching staff of Denver is now working for Buffalo. The whole coaching staff of Buffalo is now working for Denver. Same player, same game. Does the outcome change? Was this a coaching one team had the better coaching staff?
I think it comes down to the fucking turnovers.
It does.
Turnovers.
It does come down to the turnovers
and the reffing.
Because at the half, and then it's hard to pin that interception on Josh Allen.
If they rule that a catch, it's game over.
Exactly. So that's what I mean.
Buffalo wins. McDermott keeps his job.
Yeah,
for another
week. For another week. Yeah, for another week. Everything's fine in Bills Mafia land.
Well, then we see what a game that would be. The Bills and the Patriots.
Hey. But the Broncos. You got Jarrett Stidham. All right. He's going in there. So Bo Nix hurt himself. Some people are wondering why Sean Payton decided to announce that right after
the game.
They're trying to there's an argument there. Don't you want to wait until the last moment that you have to announce it so that New England has to game plan for Bo Nix? That's a thought that crossed my mind. But then I'm on the other end of it, Jarrett Stidham, you want him to realize he is the guy and he is the guy going forward. And you risk this cloud of a leak of a potential, when the oblique thing came out for Sam Darnold, you risk that. Oh my God, are they purposely?
I think Sean Payton just wanted to get it out there so he can just move on.
Yeah, I think so.
Prepare for the next game.
And I think Jarrett Stidham is fine. He's a former New England draft pick, fourth round. So revenge game for him. I think
he was. Whose backup was he in college again?
He was KK with the question.
He was some.
He played college football for the Auburn Tigers.
They probably backed up Cam Newton, maybe? No.
Oh, he played. He played on the 2015 Baylor team, in which he was a. Let's see. Let's look at their roster here. Where is the lovely Stidham? My days, guys. Wikipedia's got to get their fucking shit in order here. Like, what the fuck? Oh, here we go. Stidham enters as a freshman. He was behind Seth Russell. And then Art Brown. Then he went to Auburn. He was a starter at Auburn. He was behind Mac Jones, I believe.
Mac Jones?
Yeah. No, he was the second string quarterback to Tom Brady in 2019.
So then he must be prepared for this.
This is
right?
Yeah, and then he was and he was supposed to be the successor for Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But then remember when the Patriots signed Cam Newton for that lovely time? That was a joyous occasion. And then, I totally forgot Cam Newton was on the Patriots.
Yeah, he was.
It was like a blur in COVID. And then he went to the Raiders. And then now he's on the Broncos. But he's been back up to Derek Carr, to Tom Brady, to Russell Wilson. Now also, he started after Russell Wilson was benched, and then he's now back up to Bo Nix. So he'll be flying in there with flying colors.
Well, we hope he does well because he's only played one snap this year, and that was a kneel down.
And we're gonna
against the Cowboys.
Hey, fuck off.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown a pass in like 2 seasons.
He had one snap, and it was a kneel down.
But even last season, I don't think he threw the ball at all.
But if actually you look at it, they don't really have any film on him.
They have no idea what he's going to do.
They have no idea what he's going to do.
He's gonna be a complete wild card. He can go out there and absolutely ball out. They wouldn't know.
Exactly.
We'll talk about him in our next episode.
In the preview.
Yeah, we'll do that in the preview. Now, before I move on to the next game, I just wanted you guys to hear this Bills Mafia caller. It's sad to listen to, but I kind of enjoy it.
South Buffalo. It's been nothing but Buffalo so far. H-Town, where are you now? You were all out on Friday when I was there. Where are you now? Let's talk about what happened to your team. In the meantime, we go to South Buffalo. Adam. Good to have you, Adam. What's going on?
Jim, thanks for the vine and thanks for the time. And Jim, what in God's name did we watch at the stadium formerly known as Mile High on Saturday? All game long, it's playoff football. Let the boys play. Brandon Cooks gets flat out mugged by Riley Moss in the end zone at the end of regulation. No flag. Heaven forbid the refs decide a game for Buffalo, right? Then overtime hits, and these part-time Zebras drop 2 phantom PI calls, 53 free yards, and straight up hand Denver the win. That's not football. That's ref ball. Hey, Jim, did Carl Cheffers have action on Kalshi, or did he just get into a little bit too much of that mile-high lettuce before the game? And that so-called interception, last year in the playoffs against the Chiefs, same exact play, catch for Worthy. Tie goes to the offense. This year, Buffalo gets absolutely hosed as usual. That's not a take, Jim. That's a fact. Then I got to listen to Tony 3 Sheets to the Wind Romo and the commissioner's propaganda minister, Gene Steratore, shove it down my throat without so much as a review. But, hey, at least the late game kicked off on time. And to top it all off, 24 hours later, I have to watch Devontae Adams on the exact same play, and the suits are saying, oh, that one was a catch. Come on, man. Park Avenue's been screwing over the city of good neighbors for a century. This is just the latest chapter. Hey, Commissioner Goodell, you're the most embarrassing Western New York native since Timothy McVeigh. Now let's talk about the real problem, Brandon Beane. Hey, excuse me for bitching about wide receivers, but it would have been nice to have Jalen Waddle on Saturday. Instead, you wasted yet another year of Josh Allen's prime on bargain bin retreads. Every season ticket holder in the grass parking lot knew we needed a real wide receiver and a safety last offseason. We get neither. We lose in the playoffs as a result, and then you fire the head coach. Do better, Brandon. But, hey, at least you look good on Pat McAfee. Congrats on the promotion, buddy. Get another round of golf in. Hey, Jim, we're the Rodgers Packers without the ring or the clever ownership structure. War Sean McDermott standing up for Buffalo. A head coach with a better winning percentage ain't walking through that door. War Josh Allen having more career rushing touchdowns than Orenthal. And War to Rick in Buffalo. I'm out.
Ah, dude.
Crazy.
So, Bills fans are taking this just about as well as we thought they would be taking this. This is a sad day in Buffalo.
I mean, you had a good point, though. I agree with some of the GM thing.
Well,
they should have gotten that receiver.
But they tried to get Waddle. They just wouldn't give up a higher pick to get him.
But what are we waiting for? What are we?
You don't have a wide receiver one.
Where's the?
You should have given up the higher pick to get him.
And
you
this
need
is
the wide
not
receiver one.
This is not a deep wide receiver class. If you're thinking about draft pick, this is not a wide receiver class where you're going to find all the star studs in the 4th and 5th round. I don't understand what we're doing here. This is very unserious stuff. And you're just going to trot out Josh Allen and cry at the press conference. You got players crying.
It's not even his fault.
You got fucking Sean McDermott going, I'm standing up for Buffalo. Too bad Buffalo didn't stand up for you. Last clip on the Bills, I promise. Coach JB had from the Netflix star, Coach JB, had something to say about the Bills.
I should be the motherfucker up here crying.
I think it's good to know that you have some NFL players who actually care about winning, and that's why the emotions are there.
It's extremely difficult. Yeah, I feel like I let my teammates down tonight.
He said he feels like he let you guys down. How do you react when your quarterback who's done so much for you says that to you guys?
He let us down.
It's just it's tough to see, man. But Jason, I want to hear from you, man.
I'm not Jason. My name's Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott at the podium. What are your thoughts after this tough loss?
I've been fired, y'all. I've been fired. I can't understand it. I can't believe I've been fired, man. And you know, I know you guys are all catering to our crybaby quarterback right there, man, but I'm crying because his crybaby ass got me fired. His crybaby bitch ass got me fired, motherfucker. I should be the motherfucker up here crying, not the goddamn $200 million quarterback who can't get over the hump without Patrick Mahomes in the fucking playoffs. What do you mean? I should be fucking crying. Deion Dawkins, your motherfucking ass should be make me a sandwich. I should be the motherfucker that's crying. I just got fired, motherfucker. You two got a contract. What the fuck are we talking about here? Are we the biggest pussy NFL league I've ever seen in my motherfucking life? You motherfuckers soft pussies. You got 200 million fucking reasons why you shouldn't be crying and got me motherfucking fired on my motherfucking day off. I should be the motherfucker crying. You got me fucked up. Motherfucker, I should be crying. You soft pussy motherfucker. You couldn't beat a goddamn team without a broken foot quarterback. You lost to a broken foot quarterback. I should be crying. What the fuck we talking about? Shout out to Pepsi and everybody else, man. Fuck you, Buffalo Bills Mafia. Go drop on a fucking table somewhere outside like a weirdo fucking fan base you are. Fuck you. We're never going to win a Super Bowl. We went to 4 in a row and couldn't get one done. Fuck you. I'm out. I'll be the new head coach for the fucking Raiders. To put the fear of God in these motherfuckers.
That was Coach JB.
Vintage Coach JB. Vintage.
Fucking send him some Red Zone Blitz merch, and on the back just put Cold Hustler.
Hey man, that was
At the end of all that, the Raiders should hire him as their head coach.
They should, honestly.
Hey man, a perfect fit for Vegas. I think him coaching Fernando Mendoza.
I don't know about that.
Would be
fucking Fernando. Fernando's gonna be running away.
Could you imagine Fernando Mendoza crying when he gets drafted? Coach
Hello,
JB,
Mr. Brown.
Coach JB just slapping him across the fucking face. What the fuck you think you're doing crying on my fucking team, bitch? Don't worry, I got that clip coming up too. Don't worry. I got a lot of artillery today with Coach JB. Next game, we don't have to talk about this for very long. I promise we will not take that long.
It was over on the first drive.
49,
first play, not even the first play.
First play.
49ers went into Seattle.
Did they? Because we didn't really see them at all. They didn't really play.
41 points to 6.
Belt to ass.
That makes the Steelers score look pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, Steelers fans are probably looking at this like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
This game was over early. Seattle hit him in the mouth immediately. Rashid Shaheed going all the way to the house in Seattle. Seattle's run game and short field control crushed San Francisco. Listen, start fast violence. Mike McDonald has built it. They've built this defense where they keep everything in front of them. They force you into those dinky-dory plays, and then they come and attack you off the line. I don't want to hear no 49ers fans bitching and crying. Oh, well, we were so injured. If we were healthy, blah, blah. Ifs and nuts were candies and whatever. Or what's the other saying?
Or if my aunt had male parts, she'd be my uncle.
If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. It doesn't matter about your injuries. Yes, you lost a lot of pieces. You still came out there and didn't put out a touchdown. And I don't know if that is Seattle's dominance or we got to start having a conversation about, like, is there a wide receiver that's going to wake up and enter the game for the 49ers, make some plays? Ricky Purcell's a part of that young group. I know they got Brandon Ayuk's gone. So he's going to be sailing the yards, but Kenneth Walker, dominant. They had issues on the edge on the 49ers. They couldn't hold the edge, 119 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now my question is, do you trade Mac Jones or do you hold on to him if you're the 49ers?
No, I would hold on to him.
Knowing honestly. What you know, you're probably the best case return for him is probably like a 3rd to 4th round pick.
Yeah.
The downside is he's a guy that won you games this year when your starting quarterback was hurt. Your starting quarterback, I don't want to be the guy, but could get hurt again.
Yeah. That's why you got to keep him.
So my case is you got to keep him. I know there's going to be people out there, 49ers fans, like, we're going to flip Mac Jones for a second and we're going to move up and do this and do that. And I'm like, hold your horses. Do you really want to get rid of the guy that was the safety guard for Brock Purdy right away? Especially with the amount of injuries that your team has. And you maybe should find a new practice facility. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah.
Maybe stop practicing next to the electricity. Yeah. You're not being very electric. You're just breaking all your ACLs. Now, fellas, are the Seahawks the best team left?
I think they have to be until proven otherwise.
Like, is that there ain't nobody stopping them? I don't think so.
You don't think?
That defense is just on point. And this is back-to-back masterclass performances against the San Francisco 49ers. We talked about, you asked the question of, what adjustments need to be made. None. They played the same fucking masterclass and just absolutely swallowed the 49ers.
All 3 phases of the football game.
All 3 phases.
Special teams, defense, offense, cheerleaders, concession stands.
Here's a fact for you, though. Seattle's D-line made Brock Purdy run over 413 yards in the San Francisco backfield.
Just running away.
Just running away.
Not yards, just running.
Just
running.
Yeah.
Just fleeing.
For his fucking life, man.
The only guy, though, and the only team that matches up with Seattle, and we watched this game together. I think Matthew, I think KK as well. The Rams.
The team they're playing, yeah.
The Rams are the only team that match up so perfectly where you need some wild shit happening. Like the guy threw it off the guy's head and it did this. And there's wild plays happening in overtime. They're the only team that's able to do that. Now, Seattle will be cold. It will not be as cold as Chicago. There will be no peppers in the socks. Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah, the
cayenne peppers in the socks to keep their feet warm. That chicken broth going on the sidelines. They're wearing scuba diving gear.
Yeah.
All these extra precautions they had to take.
And it worked.
And it worked. They won. We'll get to them, but they won. And now they get to go, and we'll talk all about this in the preview episode. But I think, is Seattle the best team left? Yes. Is there kryptonite standing in front of them, and they're about to play them this Sunday?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the one team that I think can actually give them a problem. I don't think anybody in the AFC can touch them.
I wouldn't be surprised about the Patriots, though.
Now, hey, we're going to talk about those
We'll
Patriots.
talk about them later.
That's a good call. It's
Cracking
good.
a Miller Lite.
It's good. It's good to stay light, fellas, on the podcast. The greatest taste in the world. Cracking a cold one. Shout out to our friends over at Miller Lite. We appreciate you. Great taste. Miller Time. Only 90 calories per can. So one of the best beers out there. We thank you guys again for all your support. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Rose Bowl. It's going to be a grand old time. And also, fellas, we are now in 3 months' time, we'll be taking our flight to Pittsburgh for the NFL draft.
Yes,
Shout out to our friends at the NFL. Love you guys so much. Love you so hard. That made no sense. Is it smarter to bet on the better roster, the better coaching structure, and the better philosophy come in January?
Right now, it's looking like the fucking coaching.
Right? Like you're thinking like philosophy right now is winning. Like, to be fair, we haven't seen like a star-studded roster really in either team that's been in the playoffs. Like, I don't think we have like this big all-star team that has all these players. But right now, you see the teams that have the structure causing the most chaos. Like, you look at Mike Vrabel out there. My, oh my, it is something. Now, an interesting point about Mike Vrabel that they were talking about was you see him on the sidelines, snow, it's pouring down, and he's in his quarter zip or whatever, and he's got no hat on, he's drenched. And you see a coach like, okay, I'm not going to pick on him, but he got hired today, so we can congratulate him. Mike McDaniel. You see him on the sideline. He's bundled up with his little long jacket. He's got a toque on. He's got mittens on. He's basically got the whole 9 yards like he's going up to the Arctic. Is it harder to play for does that matter? If you're like a team, you're an owner, do you want the coach that's bracing the elements, being like a fucking football player, or do you want the tactician that's wearing the jam? KK and I know a guy named Jam Jam. Do you want the guy who's like, no, I don't want to get wet. I don't want to get cold. And he's got himself wrapped up in Arc'teryx jackets and mittens and all that stuff.
Isn't there a big size difference between the two?
That is also true.
So if you're a big guy, you kind of want to be.
Look at KK. Look at
if
KK.
you're a small guy, you got to bundle up.
Also, one of those guys actually played in the NFL.
This is because KK knows that if KK was coaching, KK was going to be comfortable. KK was going to wear his big jacket and his mittens.
Well, if I'm not wearing that, I'm going to be on the field.
No, but that's the thing. I find it so hard for you to be like, hey, telling your players, hey, brace the elements. Be in the element.
Some guys are just players coaches, and that's what Vrabel is.
Well, Vrabel also played in Foxborough, right?
That's what I'm saying.
He's played there. He is Foxborough. Like, he played there. He never wore it. Yeah. And even like you talk about it, like he in preseason training camp, he's fucking getting in on the drills. Like, he's in on the drills.
Even the cut lip.
The sideline, the cut lip. He fucking loves it. Like, guy hit him in the head and he's bleeding out, and he doesn't give a shit. He loves it. Like, elements mean nothing to him.
I guess that's a segue to the Patriots game. A nice little segue there. I know you're going to love this. So after Drake May took care of business against the Texans, he was out playing a little blackjack with his buddies. Playing clean game of blackjack, a little gambling post-game. You know, I bet that's music to your ears, Brandon.
One of us.
Patriots beat the Texans 28-16. Drake May threw 3 touchdown passes. CJ Stroud threw 4 interceptions. Fellas, we can talk about New England.
Drake May, he turned the ball over a few times too.
Yeah, right. We can talk about their defense. They throw a lot of exotic looks. I want to wish them the best of luck in their conference matchup against the Bo Nix-less Denver Broncos. Now, where I want to get your guys' thoughts and feedback is, what the fuck is going on with CJ Stroud? Houston, do we have a problem?
We do have a problem.
A major problem.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk to the Texans fans, the rare people that are there. Now, you have a decision to make. You can pick up CJ Stroud's option. You can sign him to a deal. You can go out and try to get him more weapons. You can go out and try to improve his offensive line. Or you can say, you know what, this is not the guy. We're moving on from him. We got to move in a different direction. What do you guys do? Speak to the fans of Houston.
I mean, obviously, when it comes to receiving, he was without
Nico
Collins, and then obviously Tank Dell as well.
Yep.
But so in his first stat came up, and like in his first 50 games, he'd had 2 games with multiple interceptions. And in the last 2, he's thrown like 8 picks.
Because he just throws the ball up in the
But
air.
that's the thing. On 2 of those interceptions, those were fucking terrible passes and absolutely like even fucking worse decisions. Like, what the fuck were you thinking when you threw that ball?
You knew it was gonna be intercepted the moment it left his hands.
Yeah.
And then the other part too is I would have pulled CJ Stroud after that in the second. Like I would have been fine with him coming out again in the second half, but clear your fucking head. You're going to miss a drive. Get your fucking head right. Because the defense did their job again. They held them on back-to-back, those interceptions. They didn't get any fucking points.
Will Anderson Jr. finishes the highest graded defensive player of the 2025 season.
The defense had your fucking back. And it's one thing, okay, quarterbacks, you throw an interception or two or whatever. You in a shit mood, you go pout on the sidelines, fuck whatever. The minute it's your turn to get back on the field, fucking shake your head, slap yourself, do whatever you need to do to get your fucking head in the game. You go out there and you try and figure it out. No, he went on the field and they're panning to his eyes and like, he's not even moving his eyes in his progressions. He looks like he's gonna fucking cry as he's taking the snap. If your head is like that, get the fuck off the field. You don't deserve to be on the field. Or you're gonna make another mistake. You're just like, fuck it, whatever. I've already made mistakes. Who fucking cares? Like, they should have pulled him and put in Davis Mills for one set. Or you just tell him, I don't give a fuck. You're handing the ball off 3 straight fucking times and flip the field. Get field possession game. Try something because clearly you can't pass for shit. And even when he was fucking passed, he's throwing it right into the dirt, into his receiver's feet. Give your guys a fucking chance.
Yeah, throwing behind. I think the other thing was like just him getting pressured too. Like you just saw him getting pressured, and then
their offensive line isn't perfect, and I think that's where my next point goes to is there needs to be a change at offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator at Houston watched CJ Stroud in Pittsburgh. He wasn't ready. He looked scared. He was hands trembling in Pittsburgh. They're getting all sorts of pressure on him. He comes out in New England and he makes no adjustments. There's no difference in play calling. There's no like, hey, let's run safe plays. Let's do dink downs. Let's do RPOs. Let's do a little, let's open up different facets where we can protect CJ Stroud.
Let's take care of the football.
100%. That is a fireable offense.
Absolutely.
You cannot have 2 chances at this. Not like, did you not realize who the same guys? It's the same offensive line you've had all year. You should know that, hey, my offensive line has these weaknesses. How am I going to adjust? That is a failure on the offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans. Now, what we should do is, this is crazy. We should take the Houston Texans defense and we should take the Dallas Cowboys offense. We should merge them together and give the Texas Cowboys the Super Bowl. We'd win it all.
With that fucking defense?
Can you imagine?
Build a new team and like move them to Austin or
right in the middle.
How about San Antonio?
No.
Just move them to Austin right in the middle?
Right, throw them in Austin. And we can have
now would you call the Dallas Texans or the Houston Cowboys?
We call them the Texas Cowboys. Texas Cowboys. We got Dallas's offense, Houston's defense.
Is that the only way both those teams are going to win Super Bowl?
Do you think they win though? If you put the offense of the Dallas Cowboys and you put the Houston Texans defense,
are you fucking kidding me?
And you put them in as well. Could you imagine?
Because the Cowboys are the number one offense. Do you put a defense like Houston's on the Cowboys?
Do you remember when I rose Oklahoma from the dead? Could you imagine the NFL's like the WWE and Seattle's on their way to a Super Bowl and like they're celebrating, they just beat the Rams and then Roger Goodell comes on the field like, hey, stay on the field, and out comes Dak Prescott and Will Anderson Jr. just running onto the field.
Oh my God.
It's like
your dream.
They gotta play a quarter. The quarter will determine who goes to the Super Bowl. We got a wild card. By God, it's Stone Cold's music. And
maybe Jerry Jones needs to fly his helicopter to Houston and recruit some of these defensive players.
Yeah,
that's called tampering.
Yeah, that would be a fine. That would be a fine.
I'm sure Jerry's okay with that.
He doesn't give a shit.
I'm sure
after
Jerry's
what he
okay
said
with
about
that.
Flores.
So great analysis, fellas. Great analysis. Now, if Houston runs it back next year, what's the one upgrade they got to do? One upgrade, one position, or one, I guess offensive line's one position, but like one upgrade that they need to do.
That's it for me. It's the offensive line.
I think the coordinator, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like I think defensively they're totally sound. D'Amico Ryans is a defensive mind, but offensive coordinator. He's regressed, man. Stroud in year 1 was putting up crazy numbers, 4,000 yards. He's totally declined now.
I will do more research on this in the offseason.
I'm going with the new quarterback. Need a new face in there.
Bang.
They're not going to win with
Fuck you, CJ Stroud.
Kyler Murray, welcome to Houston, buddy.
I don't know if that guy's going to make much of a difference there.
I think he's done too.
But we'll do some research on this in the offseason. But
maybe Lamar Jackson.
Oh, that would be That would be a hefty price
No,
tag.
because that guy needs an offensive coordinator too.
Yeah, I don't know if Lamar Jackson would help him out either. I think I don't know if it's. I can't really think of it. Like I think the scheme is the issue. I don't think their scheme is friendly for their guy that they have right now. They got to send the world's best. They got to take this kid out of the strip club and send him to the world's best mental health coach and the world's best sports mental health coach and get his mind locked in, right? He needs to fucking hit the field. I don't know how to see this guy partying. Like, show me some fucking workout videos of you working out. Go low key for the rest of your fucking tenure here. And I know he's probably not allowed to. He should call Tom Brady. He should be like, Tom, you clearly witnessed what the fuck I did. How can I get better? And he should try to fix him like in different ways. But yeah, we'll talk about like, he had a great rookie year.
He did.
But he went from Ohio State, which is a rabid place to be a star.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great place to be a star quarterback, to a great rookie year in Houston, Texas. And you know what happens in Houston, Texas, fellas. You saw James Harden. You saw that man. You saw him blimp out. Houston is a dangerous place for a man to have success and a lot of money. And this guy was a youngin', and he had a lot of success in year one, and he had a lot of money. And those two things I equated into some distractions. And he went on this big tour, and he was also like, I don't have the clip on me right now, but he was little broing Caleb last year.
Yep.
Where in the after the game he's like, yeah, bro, you know, just blah, 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 like, you know, like acting like he's fucking done it all. And I'm like, and Caleb Williams just looking at him like, okay, all right, sir, like this is a Wendy's, like thank you, and walked away. But it's crazy what difference a year makes, because now it's completely turned around. Speaking of Caleb Williams, I'm killing it on my segues. The Bears, the poor Bears.
What a game, though.
That was fabulous.
That was a great game.
That was a fabulous time.
That throw. What the actual fuck happened?
That was some Seattle Seahawks pull it out of my ass.
Like, holy shit, runs and then just turns. And the thing that's more impressive, he threw that on his back foot falling backwards.
It's a cannon of an arm, man.
Like,
dude,
He is a dot. Like,
he has a strong arm.
But like that is on the defender. Why were we trying to make a interception there? If I'm Sean McVay, I'm sitting that defender down being like, what the fuck are you thinking?
He lost his guy.
His face. He was just like,
no, he lost track of his guy, but he also, how do you lose track of your guy? 4th and 8 in the end zone. He went up trying to grab the thing, being like, oh, I'm gonna get this interception. I'm gonna be a fucking star. Yeah. And he missed it.
He was watching Caleb Williams scramble.
And
that's how he lost.
Yeah, well,
that's how he lost the tracking ability.
Listen, the Rams survived. They survived, but they executed when it mattered. I think Matthew Stafford is I don't know if he's gonna get it. He's the MVP for me. I'm gonna have to give it to him. Like I know, like it's a regular season award, voted on in the regular season, and yes, they had a slide. But what he's able to do right now with the limits in his game, like he is not a mobile quarterback, but the limits in his game, man, yeah, he's the MVP. Now, did you guys, this season obviously for Chicago is a major, I think, win. I think we can all agree on that.
They've got nothing to be ashamed of or hang their head. I mean, obviously the loss sucks, but I didn't see this coming.
After a season like this,
nobody expected the Bears to
win that
division.
Well, and then you had the 7 fourth quarter comebacks. Like that's the thing we were saying,
Almost
like
8.
with the Rams, you can't let these teams just hang around.
Yeah.
And once again,
it's the same thing.
The same fucking thing on that play, on that throw. Are you fucking kidding me?
I didn't like that throw because they were about 15 yards away from a winning field goal. Why throw the deep ball or the mid-range ball? Run the ball, short screen passes, another 5 yards, another 10 yards, kick a field goal.
Are you talking about the OT one?
The OT one.
Oh, the OT one.
He threw it way downfield.
Okay, well, if we want to talk about Caleb's pick, DJ Moore, welcome to the unemployment line, brother.
I disagree.
No, DJ Moore, he didn't even run.
Yeah, but that was a bad ball.
But
that was a really bad ball.
But no, he didn't run the route.
Well, I think you could blame them both, but you can't put all the blame on
He ran the wrong route.
He ran the wrong route. The route that they had, like they talked to Ben Johnson about it. And my thing is not so much that the fact he ran the wrong route. I'm like, okay, you know what? Mistakes happen. whatever. You miscommunicated. You called one play in your brain. 100,000 things are going on. Where were you, DJ Moore, after the game? Where are you? Why aren't you available for media conversation? Why aren't you available to answer some questions? Where the fuck are you? I'm still waiting for my DJ Moore soundbite. It's been fucking 2 days. How much fucking money do you get paid? You got to fucking stand there and either own up and be like, I ran the wrong route, or say there was miscommunication. That's what Caleb said. Caleb said, I have not talked to DJ Moore since the game. Ben Johnson, I've not talked to DJ Moore since the game. We will talk to him whenever we get a chance.
Where did he when they do their fucking exit interviews?
Where the fuck
Where did he
is
end up?
DJ Moore? Are we just going to fucking run away?
Apparently.
Get this guy off the fucking team. You had him all year on your fantasy football team.
Yeah,
I think half the year,
fucking awful.
Half the year he drove you fucking insane because you're like, I can't fucking bench you because you're wide receiver one apparently in this world, and then I can't. And every time I put you in my fucking lineup, you do fucking nothing.
I still think though, maybe it was he didn't run the right route, but that was not a very good throw.
No, it's not.
It wasn't a good ball.
It's jitters, though. You saw it with Caleb's first interception on the first drive. KK called it. We were watching the game together. He goes, that's just your first game jitters.
Yeah.
That's your first playoff series or playoff whatever. What can we call this? Or playoff campaign?
I also think another thing that I'll add is Ben Johnson gets glorified quite a bit for the play calls he makes. And maybe this is because he's new to the playoffs. It was only his second playoff game. Just like Caleb Williams, pretty new to the playoffs. But you talked about it before, Brandon. You got to take points. There's so many times, pick on Rams 20, loss of downs on their 30. And then I know they went for it on the goal line.
I'm surprised he punted on a 4th and 2. I thought he was going to go for it.
Yeah, I thought he was going for that.
I'm surprised he punted because I was like, okay, knowing everything I know about you and knowing the way you operate, I'm very surprised you're punting here.
When they lined up, I was like, here comes the fake.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on?
But I think there's certain points in the game you got to take the points.
So
that it would help your team.
To your point, to your point though, would you rather have that combo of Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, I guess I'll call it volatility, where it's like unexpected, you don't know what you're going to get? Or would you rather get a safer duo? Would you rather have a Drake May, Vrabel? And I know Vrabel and Drake May have advanced, but as a fan,
Caleb and
as a fan,
as a fan, I'd rather you want the Caleb, man.
It's exciting to watch.
That pass. If they had if the Bears had have ended up winning that game, that pass would go down in history.
One of the best
lore as
every top 10 sports center.
Now, after it gets it's run on all the the highlights of the night, highlights of the month or whatever,
it'll be gone.
It's gonna be gone. Yeah. No one's gonna remember. Well, I mean, they'll remember it, but it'll be just like, oh yeah, it was a pretty sick play.
But lost.
That's all it's gonna be
because they lost.
If they had won, man, that throw, that catch is going down in history.
No, kids are recreating that play in the
eighth
park.
Comeback. If they would have won that one.
But I think my thing is that I much rather would have Caleb and Ben Johnson's volatility. But the only thing that I would say to a Bears fan is that this is not sustainable football. You cannot be chasing these fourth quarter leads.
No.
You talked about it.
It's year one. They're gonna
100%. 100%. They're gonna tweak it down. They're gonna get one more year of prospects that they want. They're gonna get one more year of development from Romeo and Dunzia and Luther Bird
but even Caleb Loveland. And Ben Johnson.
You're gonna get one more year of them chemistry building. But you talk about it with the Rams and giving up leads. There's the Chiefs last year. The Chiefs last year had a bunch of fourth quarter comeback wins, and you're just like, how the fuck are they doing it? And it turned out it wasn't really sustainable. Sustainable up to a certain point, but eventually you need to control the game from the moment it starts to the moment it ends, and all three facets, like the Seahawks. That's my thought process on it, but I don't think this is a failed season by any means for the Bears.
Not at all.
Now, if you're the Bears, and I won't talk too much about the Rams because we're still going to talk about the Rams in our preview episode. But if you're the Bears, what are you building the entire offseason around? I think that's a interesting perspective of looking at it. Like, where are you adding?
I think, like the safe thing is Caleb's your franchise, so you go and get offensive linemen in the draft or in free agency.
You can never have enough of those.
You can never have enough.
I know people are going to come at you being like, "Well, they just drafted a bunch of them," but like you can never have enough. And if the better your line is, the easier all the other facets become.
Yeah, I mean, obviously defense. I think they could add to that as well. Maybe in the linebacking core, corners as well. They're good on the defensive front. Actually, they pressured them really well.
Al Harris has turned that thing around. Like, that thing looks mean, scary, and they make plays. They're a takeaway team. Could they go for another? Defensive player on the side of the ball?
They could defensive line. Like if they want to really just hammer defensive line and help Sweat out on the other side, they really could.
And we're going to talk about some cornerbacks in our next episode. But hey, they've got every pick this year except for a fourth.
Yeah.
There's tons of talent that's available. Do you trade up if you're the Bears in one situation? Do you try to go for a guy? Depending on who's out there.
Depends who you want.
You don't know who you want, right? Like if I'm the Bears, if I see one of those wide receivers. Now hear me out. You see one of those wide receivers start sliding into the 10s, and you know Dallas ain't going to take one. Now you see, okay, can I go up and trade for maybe not a Jordan Tyson, but a Carnell Tate?
Is this assuming DJ Moore is gone?
Even if DJ Moore is there, let's just say we found DJ Moore. He was hiding in a closet. They had him hostage from all the Bears fans. Let's say he's still there. I don't think Romeo Odunze, DJ Moore, and Luther Burden are the answer. I think you need to keep giving him more weapons and until you find that mix. Because I don't think Luther Burden's the answer. Unfortunately for Luther Burden, don't think he's that guy. Romeo Odunze, I would like to think he's that guy, but he had a lot of drops this year. He
also needs some help.
He needs another guy, right? Like you can't have like Romeo Odunze went 48 for 102, 47% completion, and he had 5 drops. So there's room for improvement from him, but get that guy some help.
Get him a fucking Jordan.
I think
Tyson.
they just need off-season workouts, practice, training camp, and just gel.
And depending on who's available, if I'm Chicago, I call Dallas and I say, "Hello, Jerry. How do you do? What is the price for George Pickens? Would you take a first this year and some maybe day 2, day 3 picks?" I think that's what you kind of have to think about if you're the Bears.
Do you just not want George Pickens back or what?
No, I would want not.
Yeah,
if I can get day 2, 3 picks back and a first round pick, nice seeing you, George. Like, loved your time here. Great stuff. Sell high.
It's just gonna be too hard because you look at the cap. Do you really want to have that much cap tied up to 3 guys?
Do I want to make George Pickens the highest paid receiver in the league? No, I do not.
No, you don't.
So I'm like,
it's hard. Like, do I want to get rid of him? No, but in the salary cap era,
if I can flip, what did they pay Pittsburgh? A third?
Yeah,
I can flip a third for a first, a second, and maybe a fourth, and maybe another fifth for a future year or however they do this. If you give me enough draft picks, I would be like, you know what? It was good knowing you. Let's see you and see how you do in Chicago in the cold weather. Enjoy, have fun, great times ahead. And I would honestly take all those picks and build out the defense. The defense needs a lot of work. So I would take as much capital, and I say that as a reasonable Cowboys fan. Well, now, do I think that's going to happen, KK?
Absolutely.
No, I'm surprised you even said that.
Jerry Jones is going to franchise tag this boy until he's about cold in the face. He's going to get franchise tagged, and then franchise tagged, and then Jerry's eventually going to crack him down to be like, all right, you want to stay or you want to go? And then he's going to let him leave. But I digress. Before people say, oh, fucking making about the Cowboys again, aren't you? Moving on, fellas. Moving on. Big college football championship game. The Indiana Hoosier Daddies beaten down on the Miami Hurricanes. Was not out. It was not belt ass. It was you know what? Indiana finishes a perfect season. Perfect season. And Kurt Cignetti, what a coach. And when he was hired, are you familiar with Paul Finebaum? Familiar with him?
Yeah.
You guys know about this college football legend on ESPN? This is what he had to say.
Welcome to the show. Did Indiana make the right move with Cignetti?
They did not. And before anybody jumps out of their chair, allow me to explain. I think everyone on this panel agrees that he's done a phenomenal job. But Stephen A., this is how programs get in trouble. They just gave him an extension and a contract raise at the end of last season. We are barely at the midpoint. Let it play out before you completely send the Brinks truck up. Listen, there are very few generational talent. I understand why ESPN spends a fortune, like $100 million, to keep a once-in-a-lifetime talent like Stephen. Kirk Cignetti is one of the top coaches in America. He has coached brilliantly this year, but can't you let it play out a little bit? He has one big win, maybe 1.5, including the win a couple weeks ago over Illinois. And by the way, because Indiana is going to be in the playoffs, there's no way he could leave anytime before December or January. A couple of years ago, remember, Mel Tucker, Michigan State. They gave him a $100 million deal. He went out and lost to Ohio State, and he completely imploded after that. James Franklin, same thing. Jimbo Fisher, same thing. All I'm suggesting is take a deep breath, Indiana. Let the season play out a little bit before you mortgage a guaranteed $93 million contract that you may have to figure out a way to pay for down the road.
The man is 17.
So
that was a horrible take.
That was Paul Finnenbaum. When
let me see if I can bring that up. There was another horrible take was Colin Cowherd.
Yes, he had himself a take as well. He did.
Colin Cowherd is saying some whack shit.
He's just
about the Steelers right now.
Dude, Colin Cowherd is
pissing me off.
I have him. Do you want to? I can play it.
Is it the Ty Simpson one?
If you're Pittsburgh with all these picks, my takeaway, you give out about 6 of them to go get Ty Simpson in the first round. Ooh. Say what you want. It's something.
6
picks for Ty fucking Simpson. Are you shitting me?
You know
6 picks for Ty.
You know what
Simpson.
this is, though.
This guy's nuts.
But you know what this is? We're all falling for it.
Oh yeah, because we're talking about it. It's clickbait. All he does is clickbait.
It's the Stephen A. Smith method of broadcasting. You say a bunch of outlandish shit. People clip it. People share it. People talk about it. Now people are suddenly tuning into your show. Your ratings are higher. Well, why do you think Dan Orlowski says all the fucking wild, wacky shit he says? He's just following the same method. Same method. But
6 picks for Ty Simpson.
Brother, if you're Steelers, I would gladly give up the 12th spot.
So you can take Ty Simpson.
I will gladly take. We'll go back to
6 picks. I think anybody would do that. Anybody would take 6 picks.
You give me the 21st. All right. Or we
don't need to will this into existence because apparently I've already.
This is another Cowboy trading picks thing.
You give me a.
This is another one of his pipe dreams.
You give me a second. You give me a third. You give me a fourth. You give me next year's third and
you
fourth.
already took George Pickens.
I want it all.
Why do you want more?
You need to go talk to Jerry. Face to face.
I could get some things done. Now, fellas, college football championship. All right. So Indiana 27-21. I just want to say, I don't know what the fuck economy is going on in Miami. That's your home stadium.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that red?
It was crazy red. It was loud.
The ticket prices and the travel from Indiana when it's in your backyard, like
it was like an Upper Bowl seat.
But I mean, if you're in Indiana, like if you're
that old white Indiana money came in clutch. Those boys were like, fuck a life insurance policy. Let me take that shit out and go down to Miami.
You know how many people, like Indiana alums, have been waiting their entire lives for this fucking moment?
You know, some white
folks. They've been saving. They've been saving the money.
Up until 2 years ago, they were the losingest program in college football history. 2 years later, Kurt Cignetti, and you're national champions. And you go 16-0.
That's crazy.
And I wanted to.
16-0.
And I wanted
Indiana, if you were to say the first team in the modern since
like
Yale,
1892 or whatever it is,
125, 126 years ago or whatever it was, if you were to say the first fucking team
to go 16-0
and win the national championship was Indiana,
nobody would believe you.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Like the basketball school?
Like,
yeah, Indiana, what?
And even funnier.
The guy the other night bought up Bobby Knight. Remember that?
Yeah.
Old Indiana.
But it was even funnier because in the preseason this year, Dabo said his Clemson team was gonna go 16-0, and they fucking suck this year. Indiana is the first school to go 16-0.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
But what a fucking
Maybe
game.
we got some limited time merch coming out for the national championship.
Another perfect
2 beers for
game,
Kurt.
0 turnovers.
Now,
that was a great question too in his post game. Like, that reporter understood the assignment.
Yes,
I heard you had a beer. What beer was it? And was it the best beer of your life?
Yeah, it made me want to have.
And then he
another one.
comes right out. It was a Hoosier beer. Shouts out the
Nope. Yeah, good Miller Lite commercial man there.
No, I'm quoting him.
I know. It was beautiful.
But yeah.
Yes.
And then
I was scared for a second. I'm like, oh no.
No, and then he's like, and then it was the best beer of my life. It's like, fucking get the guy another beer. I want to see this guy just fucking like
give him Miller Lite.
12
Give him
beers
a Miller
deep.
Light. Hey,
12 beers deep.
Hey, cheers to cheers to Indiana. Cheers to Indiana. Well done.
I got to cheers for them.
Yeah, well done.
I mean,
Indiana.
I did pick them in one.
You did pick them in the. You had the
right?
217th ranked bracket in the nation. KK knows ball. Now, what was I gonna? I had something here, but that was KK knows ball. What I wanted to get your take on, Brandon, and what's your, you always talk about this establishment in Vegas. We're a lot of. We'll free plug them right now. Hold on, we'll free plug them. Go ahead. What's the establishment called?
No Chicas Bonitas?
Yes. The amount of white men that are going to get introduced to the Latina woman of Miami after the national championship game for the next week, the amount of illegitimate children that are going to be produced after this national championship
and named Fernando.
Named Fernando, our savior. The amount, okay, none of these white boys from Indiana pulling out after that one. So you just think about the boost in the economy that these fellas from Indiana just drove into Miami. Just spectacular stuff. Now, what a story for Fernando Mendoza. An absolute, just one of the best stories I think that I have seen in a long time when it comes to a Heisman winner. Now, obviously, we see the degenerates and Johnny Manziel and quarterbacks pissing in cars all the time and doing all sorts of weird shit, like getting in trouble. But very rarely do you guys see a model citizen. Like, all the moms out there with teenage daughters are just look at the TV, Madeline. We need one of those. And now I know what Matthew's thinking. And Matthew, go ahead. Why'd you laugh? Are you thinking about who they're currently with?
No, I'm just.
No, Matthew, go ahead and say it. Matthew's
gonna
say, no, get rid of DeAndre. You need one of your Fernandos. Get me a Fernando there. Now he's perfect, but some people aren't very happy with him. Can you imagine who?
Mad at Fernando?
Yeah, some people aren't happy with Fernando.
If this was the first interview after winning the Natty and he cried, cool. I wouldn't be saying shit. This is the 4th consecutive motherfucking interview where I see this motherfucker crybaby.
Why don't you like him?
I don't like crybabies. Okay. Number one, I'll just tell you straight out. I don't like crybabies.
Thank you.
So I don't like crybabies. I don't want a crybaby around me. I don't want a motherfucker that paints his nails around me. I don't want feminine shit around me in a football locker room. I want feminine shit around me in my bedroom.
So crying to you is a sign of femininity.
Every game, yeah. It gets old. Stop. Let's be honest. Every fucking interview is a goddamn crybaby. Now I got to hear this motherfucker cry every single time. So every game next year in the NFL is motherfucker gonna cry? Are we fucking not over this crybaby shit? Like, stop it, homie.
Motherfucker can't cry in the biggest moment of your fucking career. He just went He went undefeated by get a statue outside of Bloomington for life. If I get your fucking banner hung up, you're getting your number retired, and you can't cry in that moment on the biggest stage?
How did you get it in there, though? You had to go airborne, Fernando.
I had to go airborne, and I'll die for my team. Whatever they need me to do, they need me to take, shots from the front and the back.
That's a little ridiculous.
My team out there, I know they're going to do the same for me.
Come on, man. I told y'all before, this guy is Job. He's perfect. He don't sin. He ain't never beat his shit. He don't cuss. He don't disrespect his parents. Man, he ain't got no honey yet. This dude, that's why he's blessed the way he's blessed.
I'm not saying he's faking, but goddamn, homie, you know why I don't trust him? Because he don't cuss. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, homie. You're a fucking quarterback in the goddamn NFL. You're about to be the number 1 pick, they say. Listen, God and praising God is great. I'm love it. All these young kids now doing it, I love it. But let's be real here. Let's be real. Let's stop the bullshit on me.
He not crying right now.
I'm tired of hearing the same fucking story. We get it. You love God. You're a Christian. I get it.
He said, listen, we came through and we executed and played Hoosier football and executed the Hoosier way.
You do his voice so good, and I want to come to the screen just because I hear your voice and him and you. I can't stand his fucking baby voice. Get your goddamn baby voice up. I'm so fucking tired of shit.
So yeah, he's got some haters.
So there's your question. There's your
I'm just
answer
laughing
for
at that because JB wants to be the Raiders coach.
There's
He'll
your
be
answer.
coaching
He's
Fernando
not.
Mendoza.
No, JB's gonna go in there. Buddy, JB's gonna be going there and he's like, I don't want no crybaby. Give me Pavia. Give me Pavia from Vandy.
JB's gonna have a belt out, bend him over, and be like, "Swear, cuss." No, sir, I can't cuss.
I'm sorry, Mr. Brown.
But yeah, what a game! What a game. Now Miami's in a little bit of a trouble. Malachi Toney has his mama said that he's gonna enter the transfer portal.
Why? Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah. I don't understand it, but apparently Ohio State, Florida State, and there's one other team. I'm assuming for money.
Oh, it's got to be money.
Are we going to talk about the Duke quarterback? Have you heard about this?
Yeah, they're trying to sue him right now.
So the Duke quarterback, with 11 hours to go before the deadline, Darian Menshaw, decided to tell Duke, hey guys, I'm going to enter the transfer portal. Now, a lot of people are putting the speculation is here that Miami, of course, they do not have a quarterback, or they're not comfortable with their quarterback situation next year. They try to get Ty Simpson to stay for $6 million. He said no. Instead of $6 million, I want 6 picks from the Steelers to pick me. I digress. Now they're moving on to Mr. Menshaw. Now we'll talk about all this stuff later on. But when it comes to Indiana, was this a 1-year heater, or do you think this is the beginning of the Big Ten era?
I don't think it's because they got Josh Hoover coming in next year.
Yep. They got Hoover.
They've hit the transfer portal well, and obviously winning helps with recruiting. Yep. Guys want to come to you now because you're the winning program.
And look at the coach.
Yep. And look at the coach. And they did this. They keep talking about 5 stars. Indiana didn't have a single fucking 5-star.
No, he brought a lot of the guys that were with him at James Madison.
Yeah.
And you saw him being like, these are, and that's the thing, the beauty about college football that I've learned is there's multiple, with the NFL, you draft the players, or you sign the free agents, or you make the trades. There's 3 ways to go about it. And the beauty of watching college football as closely as I did this year was learning how do teams build themselves. And there's so many different ways. You have Oregon out there they're going after every 5-star that's ever been produced in the country. And then you have Alabama that's relying on, hey, this is our brand. This is what we stand for. Because when you look at it now, the big schools, is there really that big of a difference in the facilities? If you look at LSU and you look at in Texas, for example, is there a massive difference in the facilities?
Have you seen Texas's locker room?
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of but
did you see Worthy's reaction when he went from the Texas locker room to the Kansas City Chiefs locker room?
100%. But I think you go to LSU, you're getting the top of the line shit as well. My point is that those things that these schools had a notch above, you go to Indiana. Indiana's not a slouch school when it comes to that locker room, when it comes to those facilities. Yeah, you're living in Indiana. But that's the thing about colleges. Colleges, aside from a couple of the big ones like Texas, for example, are typically in cities where there's not much going on. The city is built around the college, right? They're not built in major metropolitan cities for that reason. Because they're hey, we need a massive amount of space. We need kids to stay out of trouble. And we want this to be a place where students come, they live, the economy goes by the college. And what's interesting about Indiana is winning in a school that's not as sexy as a LSU, as an Alabama, as a Georgia, Ohio State, Texas. I don't consider Oregon sexy, but sure, Oregon. The reason why this is such a big deal is now that is going to be a forever thing. They will never be able to take that championship and that 16-0 perfect season away, and they're going to build a powerhouse. You got yourself a powerhouse on your hands for years to come.
And you got Mark Cuban's money.
And you have the endless but guess what, Brandon? Everybody wants to be with a winner.
Absolutely.
Every alumni now that graduated from Indiana that probably never gave a fuck football. What, are we playing football now? They're all probably lining up to be like, how do I put in my dollars? How do I put in my dollars? How do I get higher?
They're all coming back.
How do I get higher on the season ticket list? How do I get my name so I can go to the charity dinner with Fernando Mendoza when he comes back for that? How do I get my dinner with Kurt Signetti? They're all coming. People think that this is going to stop.
No,
NIL
it's just begun.
This is the start of it. This is going to go upwards in the billions. You're going to see sponsorships on jerseys. You're going to see stadiums change their name to be sponsored by, and some already have. Like Hard Rock is sponsored. But you're going to see a new era where this thing will skyrocket. You're going to need, they won't be able to control it because how are you going to go back? You can't. The floodgates are open. Now, the best way I think they should do this, and we've talked about this and we've floated this idea, is there needs to be one mega conference. We need to have some relegation. We need to have some like European style, that goes against the grains of college football. That goes against everything. But I think you're going to get more and more pressure from networks being like, I don't want to watch Tulane's a bad example. I don't want to watch
the Citadel.
Yeah. I don't want to watch North Texas versus Alabama. I don't want that network. Like my network doesn't care for that. Like nobody's watching that shit. We know it's a blowout. I want Alabama versus Texas. I want big name schools going up against each other. I think you're going to get more and more of that. Now, does this change how programs should build rosters now? That's probably the question I'd pose. Is this the right philosophy that Indiana used? Where you find a coach that can build, that's a culture starter, that can build a system, and then you go and build your team.
I think for the smaller schools, it shows, like Kurt said, at the end of the game, like Indiana can do this. And why not us kind of thing. So for the bigger schools, they're still going to attract the 5 stars, the 4 stars. So maybe coaching and putting the team together is not going to be as difficult, but going from like a small school where you're going to have like 2 stars, 3 stars, 1 stars, maybe it's going to be like, okay, you need to get a solid coach, a really great coach that can just, make sure the offensive line clicks with the running game and the passing game. And, the corners and the safeties are feeding off the defensive line and the linebackers. So it's kind of like a team thing where like the bigger schools, it's just like, fuck, you got 5 stars all over the board. You got 4 stars. So I think it just shows that it is possible. I mean, the other thing is Indiana is in the Big Ten. It's not like they're in a small conference.
They're not in like a random conference. Yeah.
So we can't look at them like, oh, they're like such a small school like James Madison where they did it all. I mean, they are a really small school, but I think they just kind of broke the blueprint on it, cracked the code, as you could say, is that what you kind of need is just the team that really meshes.
No, that's fair. And I think, was it you? Somebody said, why is Nick Saban rooting for Miami? I think somebody was like, why did Nick Saban pick Miami, or why was he on the panel? I can't remember which one of the 3 of you said it.
Well, I think I said, I think it's funny that Marcus Freeman was on the panel.
Marcus Freeman was on the panel.
He shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, because
I don't understand why he was there.
Yeah.
But also Nick Saban picking Miami. I think there's more to read in those lines than you typically think. He also had a comment with Pat McAfee where he talked about the fact that the most to gain from the NIL is the Big 10 and the Big 12. Because before, if you were in the South, you ain't never going to school up north.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. There's no chance. But now with NIL, the field is open where schools from the North can go and grab guys from the South. And I think that ticked off Saban, because you can tell he was pissed off as he was saying it. He ended off with a laugh. And I think that's why he kind of picked Miami there, to be like, I'm going to pick Miami because they recruit typically in Florida. And Florida is a hotbed for prospects.
Oh, yeah. Florida, California, and Texas.
Those huge pipelines, right? Like there's huge pipelines there. But it's interesting because the Gators got to get good again. Like Miami can't be the only one. The Gators got to get good again. Florida State's got to be relevant. So you got to see Florida as a state pick it up as well. But when it comes to answering the question of like, does this title change how programs are building their rosters now? I think yes and no. I think you're probably going to see a lot of boosters that are going to like these big name schools that got embarrassed on the route there.
Oh yeah.
If I'm an Alabama booster, I'm calling Kalen DeBoer. I'm asking for some answers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why am I paying $5 million to this 5-star? Why am I paying $4 million to this other 5-star? There's a sense of more accountability, I think, when it comes to the NIL, because that's how pro sports are. Pro sports are not off what your pedigree has been in the past. It's what have you done for me recently? What have you done for me lately? And you're going to start to see a lot of people signing NIL deals that are contingent on performance. You get me to the playoffs? Sure. Here's $6 million. But if I'm going to have to get embarrassed 55-23 or 55-0 and trout it out, you ain't getting shit. And you're going to see a lot of kids motivated by that.
That's going to be really tough for the small schools.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I think
NIL.
so. I think especially for a small school, like if you are a small school and you manage to muster up some cash and you finally get your one kid, your one blue chip, you pay him all this money and then he just goes and transfers.
Transfers, yeah.
And I think that's why you're going to end up...
Like, look how many kids are in the transfer portal, and it's all because of money.
Yeah, because they picked up $1 million check from here. They're going to pick up another 2 there. They got one more stop. They're going to probably go before the NFL draft. They got three opportunities to cash out. And who knows? We talk about Malachi Toney. Malachi Toney, why he's got Ohio State up there? He's got Ohio State up there because he's like, hey, I'm an Ohio State wide receiver. I'm going to be viewed in a different pedigree than if I was a Miami Hurricanes wide receiver. I also don't know who the fuck my quarterback's going to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have no idea who my quarterback's going to be. My quarterback, that's the thing about being a wide receiver. If your quarterback can't get you the ball, your draft stock takes a hit.
But that's also why people transfer, right?
Yeah.
They want to
get a
improve
better
their
spot.
game.
Well,
they want a quarterback. They want to get in a highlight reel. They want to...
Exactly. Better situation.
They want to win.
Like, they
want to be the number 1 pick in the NFL.
And I think college is different where, like, obviously, I think coaches want to win national championships and fans want national championships. But I think players want to be in the best position to succeed. That's what I've realized in this new NIL deal. Like, they don't transferring because they want to go to the show.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
They want to go to the NFL, and if they can't be in the best position to succeed, that doesn't help them. Like Indiana right now,
or they want to go to better teams to just get better.
That too, playing against better competition. You're playing in a better conference. You get better competition. You're viewed highly. Your draft grade goes up. But I think you look at Indiana right now. There's not a whole lot of first round grades. There's not a whole lot of second round grades, right? So yes, you won the national championship, but if your end goal is to, hey, I want to go to the show, like that's where I want to be, maybe you do transfer out. Any final thoughts on the college football game there, fellas?
Yeah, you got that clip for me?
I do. Yes, we are fortune tellers. We tell the future. Here we go.
15 interceptions. If I could fucking make a bet, it's unfortunate that they don't have the same player props in college as they do the NFL. Like I was riding that Baker Mayfield to throw an interception. I would bet my fucking house that Carson Beck throws an interception this game. Fucking give me Indiana, man. Like,
well, I'm
glad I didn't make that bet.
I couldn't make the bet. They don't give those fucking props out for college kids. Fuck. No, same thing. But the one nice
just want
thing
to
is,
confirm we have not. Brandon has not bet his house on that. I just want to confirm that.
I couldn't bet my house on
I
it.
just want to confirm that.
You would have won anyway.
just want to confirm.
Yeah, I would have won. If I could have bet my house, I would have won.
He would have had our houses.
He could have.
No, but like it came down to it, right? And that was a terrible throw. Underthrown into double coverage. Like that was, but it was beautiful because I was like,
he was going for the win. I can't blame him
saw
for
it coming
that.
too. Same thing. The one that did cash though was Fernando Mendoza. He only threw like 180 yards or something. He was way under his 223. I knew that wasn't going to happen. But fourth and 5 or 4th and 6? And you run a quarterback draw?
Yes. But even before that,
when he went out, well, they ran out the field goal team. And he's like, nah, fuck it, we're going to go. Pulls them off, calls timeout or whatever. He goes back on. Runs a quarterback fucking draw on 4th and 5.
But he's looking like Tebow.
Oh, yeah. And then the dive in.
Holy shit.
Like,
that was the second 4th and 5 on that drive.
Yeah.
That's just crazy they did that.
But for Fernando Mendoza, okay, after the game, he'd be a crybaby bitch all he wants. During the game,
he's a winner.
During the game, he got fucking beat, man. That first play of the game when he took the fucking helmet to the head. Like, I'm glad it wasn't called targeting, but that's roughing the passer. He hit. There's a couple other plays where he got rocked. His fucking arm is looks like it's shattered.
Yeah.
And then of course when he makes the leap into the end zone. But I mean, if there was any questions about his toughness, both physically and mentally, because for him, mentally too, you have Messidor and Bain. They were doing their fucking jobs for Miami.
Did their job.
They were getting to him all fucking day.
Yep. Yeah.
And he's like I said with Bain, he's just pushing everyone out of his way. Like if there's a guy that bumped up his draft stock, it's Bain.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
he could go 2 now.
Like he upped his draft stock. Like the defense did their fucking job. But with Mendoza, man, if you had any doubts of his toughness, his will to win, how is he gonna handle if he gets rattled? When you've got pressure in your face, you've got 2 of the best edge rushers that you've ever seen coming from both fucking sides.
Yeah.
Like if I'm Oakland, man, if I'm an Oakland fan, and when he scored that touchdown, I would have been up screaming, "That's my fucking quarterback!
Vegas.
That's my fucking quarterback! That's
Vegas.
who I want."
We're talking about Vegas here?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
How about those 2 throws? You said it 4th
Oh
and
yeah,
5.
Vegas. Sorry,
Fourth
not
and-
Vegas. I said Oakland, didn't I? I haven't been fucking Oakland.
Those 2 back shoulder fades. Charlie
4th and
Becker.
5. What was that? The 40-yard line instead of going for a field goal.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But the big thing again was
that was
Miami,
probably their
we
turning
did
point in
say
that
was
game.
The penalties. The
Discipline.
penalties are what killed Miami.
You know
But-
what?
Well, that block punt didn't help.
Oh, that block punt was a thing of
That really
beauty, man.
really killed them.
No, that adds into it. Yeah, I've got 5 plays for this game. Like if you break it down, I got Ruben Bain's offside. That extends the
that
Indiana
was a big
drive. They go out and score. Miami missed field goal, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kamara pump block, like you said. Mendoza 4th and 4 draw, and the sharp interception ended. And that wraps that season up for college football fans around the world.
Sad.
Do you think on that blocked punt, when he kind of ran to the side, that almost helped the defender? It almost made it easier for him to come in and off the edge.
I think so.
And actually,
I think there was
if he just took that head on in the middle and just punted it.
I think you probably don't get blocked there if you're going straight down the middle. But yeah, it's so quick. It's in split second timing. Fellas, we got to wrap this episode up here. But before I do, I just want to give a really, really special shout out to all of the college football fans that have listened to us this entire journey. We want to thank you guys so much. But we also want to give a special shout out to Joel Norris, college football prodigy, who has joined us many times throughout the college football season to talk college football. We're going to have him on throughout the offseason as well. So if you don't follow him already, Pigskin Frenzy on all streaming platforms. And of course, if you don't follow us, Red Zone Blitz Pod on all social media, Red Zone Blitz Podcast, wherever you stream your podcasts. And if you have any questions, takes, you want to tell me how much we should talk about the Colts, hit our line, redzoneblitzpodcast@gmail.com. Until next time, we'll be back with the NFL conference previews, talk some prospects, do all that good stuff. Until next time, enjoy your Miller Lights. This is G.
Brandon.
Matthew.
KK.
And we're out.